showers likely rose 60 degrees. On Sunday, oh, that's yesterday. Today's chance of thunderstorms, don't worry, so 70 degrees. Tonight's light chance of thunderstorms. It's springtime. You can hear that noise in the background. It's going to be very special WJFF today. We've got cricket control the weather. They're warming up out there in Studio B and in the studios right now. I've got Tim and Jeff Salier, father and son, musicians from down in Middletown. We're going to talk about one of their recordings, and coming up right now is Jambalaya.
Goodbye, Joe. We gotta go. Me oh my oh. We got to go. We rode down the bayou. Bayou on the sweetest one, singing me oh my oh. Son was gonna have big fun, gonna have it on the bayou. And I down the line, got to cross this time. Sugar gumbo. Oh, tonight I'm gonna see Mama Sheriff Leo. Picking cars, filthy jars.
Yeah, we're not going to waste a lot of time. We're not going to waste a lot of time today. We got guests in the studio. We got some musicians from down in Middletown. Jeff Salier, who I met through a job down in Middletown, New York. He's a great musician. He got to play my George Benson guitar one day. And his father, Tim. Let me hear you guys. Let me see if I hear you right. Yeah. Nice.
Tim speaking here.
Hi, Tim. Yeah, we got you real good. Loud and clear. All right, excellent. So yeah, let's talk about what you got going on. First, let me talk to Jeff. You're playing rock and roll music with your life now?
Yeah, the last 8 years I've been in the rock band Destructive Decisions.
I like the name.
Thanks.
Yeah. Have the decisions been destructive or constructive? Is the band doing pretty okay?
It's pretty 50-50.
Yeah.
I played the band with my brother. Well, Sean.
Your dad's here. We'll talk about what the music business was back in the day. Tim, tell us about how you got gigs back in the day when you guys were playing live. Where did you play in Middletown? What were the best places to play?
Yeah, my experiences in Middletown were, in the beginning I was majoring in music at Orange County Community College, and a lot of my musician friends were also there, so it was a nice network for me to be part of and to be connected to. We played a lot of acoustic music, and we played electric music in the area, the 70s and 80s. And I played in a club band during the 80s called Sparrow. And,
That's interesting. My band right now is called Little Sparrow.
Oh,
Yeah. What a coincidence. Yeah.
it's a cool name.
Yeah.
And I was in a band called Joe Mama, and also Frontier, I guess.
Jeff, you must be very proud of your dad, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
he was an influence on you, I guess, right?
Major, yeah.
Did you steal his guitars and play on his guitars when he wasn't around?
When he wasn't home.
Yeah, there you go.
He watched everything we did. He sucked up all the knowledge, and he's better than me now.
I wouldn't say that.
Are you doing anything now, Tim? Are you doing any playing?
I can never say I'm out of it. There's like a lull right now, a break, and as soon as I say I'm finished, that's when all the offers come in.
It's like the Al Pacino thing. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Every time I think I'm out, they
I've
bring
thought
me
of
back
that.
in, right?
There's something to that, really. And sometimes the offer's too good. I can't refuse it.
Yeah. I've been in music, a little later in life. I never really had time to play in bands, but the past decade, I've been able to get out and play live, and it's so much fun to play out, live, in front of crowds, especially if they're music lovers. And I don't know what your experience is, but it brought you to a recording session. Tell us about the CD that you put together for us.
I went down to Hoboken to record I guess it's a 5-song EP that I have all together. And one of the tracks, the songs I wrote, it was kind of, I wrote it like 75% of it, maybe 60% of it, and I said this needs a really good solid bridge to it.
Yeah.
And it's about, transcending generations and stuff like that. So I asked him, my dad here to fill in with a nice bridge, take some time to write a bridge, and he did.
Nice. Why don't we listen to it?
May I add that he had no preconception about the middle part, so I took license to borrow one of the pages from the Nirvana playbook, where they start out slow and quiet, and then they get a massive middle part, and that seemed to be their formula for a lot of their songs. And I said, well, what's this, Jeff? Is this, that's Nirvana. Don't you remember that? No, I was really tuned out with by the time Nirvana came around. But I did notice that that was their stock and trade was that really powerful middle part. So to make them happy, that's what I wrote for this.
Well, to equalize things a little bit now, if you're a Nirvana fan, you're already an old fogey. That was 20 years ago too, so
Yeah.
time marches on, you know. You listen to Neil Young music and that's 50 years old, you know. All right, let's give a listen to this track. That's really cool. Tim. Yeah. Jeff did a lot of work on that. Is that how you guys played back in the day too? Is that pretty much a similar style? Or?
Yeah, English rock chords always appealed to me, and I sung distortion, and he gave me a song that seemed to have a ballad lyric flow, and I said, well, let me counterpoint that with some power. And then he came back to it, ABA, going with thanks, that's really cool.
Hey, thank you for coming up. This is one of the things we talk about here. We talk about recording and process and music and how we develop things and work out our relationships. And it's always great to do a father and son thing. You mentioned that there were some pretty interesting players on the record too, right?
Yeah, the bass player is Doug Wimbish from the rock band Living Color.
Wow, yeah.
And the drummer is a gentleman named Keith LeBlanc, who's a pretty well-known session drummer in the city. And the track was produced by Andre Betts, who's worked with Madonna and most other.
How do you get those connections? How does that happen?
It was an accident. A friend of mine was going to college and he interned there, and he got me in the door there. It's really cool.
You got a Facebook page or someplace where people can contact you?
Yeah, you can check me out, Jeff Solier on Facebook, and Tim the Senator Solier on Facebook.
Tim the Senator. Right, very cool. Gentlemen, great to meet you guys, and thanks for coming up to the station. Hang on, we're going to have Cricket Tell the Weather come in a little while, so stick around if you want to listen to some live music, or you can listen to it on the radio. This live music stuff is a lot of fun. Cricket Tell the Weather is going to be down at the Festival Theater tonight, so we asked them to stop by on the way, and we're going to do some live music here. So, thanks for coming up. And,
Thanks.
you have a great cut, and best of luck to you guys. That's very cool.
Thanks,
Let us know if you can do anything else. So bring it up. We'll be happy to talk about it. Very cool. That's Jeff and Tim Solier. Here's a little Steve Earle.